yes, 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 yes. We are going to work on the car today.
What up, guys? It's Limitless. It's just a little intro of what we have to do today.
We're going to do, first things first, we're going to do wheels. And then I'm going to be testing this while he's throwing the wheels on. There's a few things we can test to like see if it's like sending bad signals to the motor or the computer. It might be why it's running so rough. It may also be a vacuum problem, and we're going to try to figure that out. So,
yeah, we're getting radiator hoses in today.
Yeah.
That's good news. We're going to throw some of that 50-50 in there. Throw some tranny fluid in it.
Yeah, I'm going to check the mass airflow too, because that mass airflow is old as shit. And I think it may be mismatched to the throttle body. We're also going to try to change computers, because it actually may be a computer problem. I do happen to have a spare, so...
Let's start with computers, since that's the easiest. It's literally...
well, first I want to check the voltage going to a couple sensors, because if it's sending poor reference to the sensors, then that's...
Then we know it's not computer.
Right there.
Yeah.
It could be the computer, it could be the wiring.
Okay. Alright guys, if you haven't checked us out on TikTok, here it is, Limitless Motorsports. Just posted a new video. We usually have a lot of behind the scenes teasers before we actually get the videos out, because it takes us a little bit. So go to Limitless Motorsports and yeah, you'll see some exclusive content and just funny bloopers, whatever. So what are we doing right now?
So we think that the airflow sensor that was on there, mass airflow, we think it was the wrong one. Actually, before I put that back on. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the boxes instead of having to take the airflow sensors apart, because it's just faster. Plus the airflow that was on there was like straight in the engine bay, and that's not true cold air, so fuck that for right now. But this could help tell us a little bit why it might be running so bad.
Got some of the tires on. Just two for now, because we have a stripped fucking stud over there, so we gotta deal with that, but yeah.
That's a future me problem.
Are you just gonna send it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it.
I've rode on 4 forever, so.
Alright. We're getting ready for this startup. He's cleaning up the power steering reservoir because it keeps on leaking, and not sure what more we can do about that, but let's see if it idles a little better, runs a little better. Let off the throttle. Oh.
That was let off the throttle.
Damn!
Dude, it sounds pretty good. It's still stumbling a little bit.
It sounded like I heard like some sort of backfire, because there was a loud pop, but I'm not. I think it might have just been the throttle kicking back. I think it's that.
Yeah.
100%.
What the
MAF.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was hurting a lot.
I think swap it out, or actually might even leave it in here. Either swap it out or leave it in here, up to you. It does look really clean with this.
It looks a lot cleaner with that, so I think we're just gonna run that.
Okay, we're gonna run this. Let's get wheels, tires on. Throw body panels on. We will cut back, hopefully whenever it has body panels, wheels, and it's sitting on the ground with tranny fluid on it. We're waiting on radiator hoses. Not very patiently. We are kind of freaking out right now. We're like
majorly freaking. Like, so... we had the window regulator over here scheduled to be replaced in like 5 minutes. So I had to call and cancel that. I called and said, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And then the alignment, I was going to have it done today or tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be done the day we're leaving for the trip at 11 o'clock. By the way, we may have to do the alignment and come back, because I don't want to load the car full of like 800 pounds worth of stuff and then them do it. You're not supposed to do that, because then the alignment might be a little wonky.
We can just throw it outside of the car. I know it's going to be a little jank, but it'll be a lot quicker.
Extremely jank. Plus one.
Let's just do that because we're not gonna have that time. We gotta fucking bust ass.
I was just like, even with us doing the alignment, grabbing lunch, and leaving town immediately, like not sitting still, we would be getting into Pennsylvania at like fucking 9 o'clock at night, probably.
Yeah, we need to just load it up and then unload it. I will literally unload it myself.
We can take it to your house.
Yeah, because it's right on the street. Yeah.
We don't have to watch it at that point.
So, right now we're at a stopping point. Yeah.
The front bumper looks like shit, but it just needs flat out replaced.
Whenever we get back down from lunch, we're gonna throw some headlights in, fix some stuff on the underside of the car, having to do with transmission, that being wiring, fill it up with trans fluid, throw on the shifter.
I mean, this has been 2 months coming, man, and that's why I keep going back to that picture I posted like at the beginning of April, and I was like, "There's no way this car's getting done." And
here we are. I mean, we're gonna make it.
And
we just if we're consistent with the work that we've been putting in, this thing's gonna make it.
Yeah, we're like a step away. So
like a baby step away.
Yeah.
So we're there. We're almost there. So yeah, we're at a stopping point. We're gonna go grab some lunch here. So she sits. We'll do a little B-roll action right here. She's looking minty. She has all the wheels on.
She's ugly right now, but she's gonna look better in the future. Oh, and I'm gonna take these off when we get back, and I'm gonna paint them so they match this. Get them all nice and shiny.
All right. So this has been Limitless. This has been something that's been in the works for honestly probably like 3 years now, but we just got around to doing these past 2 months. So
yeah, I know, like in between shots, you may not look at the motor and say, "Well, you're not done much," but I mean, there's all these little finishing touches that like trying to make it like factory or whatever. I was working on vacuum and wiring back here to get everything buttoned down so it's not like bouncing around or touching exhaust. So I got the trans wiring, that's done, and it's sitting pretty. The only thing I gotta do is tidy up the vacuum over here because this is touching, and get it kind of brought out of the way. We gotta get air filter, gotta get the radiator hoses on. We are gonna put air conditioning in it eventually. I don't think we're gonna have time for this trip, unfortunately. But the cameraman, my buddy Merrick,
what up?
he had a great idea. So we called the guy today and we're like, "Hey, where's our seats?" And I mean, maybe if we have time, we'll swap them out. But, you know, more than likely, I'm not going to have time to actually put them in or even go get them. So he had a great idea.
Voila.
And the cushioning's not great in them, and they're kind of got some rips in them. But my God, I kind of agree with him. I almost wish I would have went with black seats. I'm still glad I went with camel because it matches the back seats. But dear God, this looks good.
Yeah, I cleaned it up. We pulled it from the Mystic sitting over there. Rest in peace. We pulled it over there. I got this out. I installed it. Well, before that, cleaned it all out. Had to take it out with the track, which kind of fucking sucks, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. I still couldn't get anything in the seat cushions itself right there. There was a few bits that I couldn't reach, but
because our original plan was, it was a contingency plan. We were going to throw the seats from the Mustang in just have something to do or have something to drive with. And then he mentioned lawn seats. I'm like, well, I mean, we only got like pretty much tomorrow to get finished. I have a little bit of time after work, but I'm not going to be able to tackle a big job. I mean, we'll have decent seats. They'll be power seats. And then when we get the other seats, all we have to do is like 4 bolts, pop them out, pop them back in. Good to go.
Yeah, I don't think we showed you guys this, but we put on one side of the headlights. God, they look minty as fuck. They're a lot darker on video, but these are super clean. Woo! Sheesh, it looks so good.
We're probably gonna have to aim them.
Right now we're working on putting radiator hoses on. The ones didn't come in yesterday, the new ones, so we're putting old ones on because we have an appointment. 2 appointments for alignment and 1 for the window regulator. We put the seats in ish. This one's still missing 2 bolts, but it'll be fine for now. We have other things to worry about. We have to do a clutch cable rest of the fender liners, radiator hoses, put a hood on at least. Haven't been recording much. We've been really busting ass. We also got a new air filter. Yeah. So the bottom one's on. This one's disconnected because we need to get to the other 2. Right now, time is 9:38. So we're really cutting it close. We just gotta bust ass from here on out. We can't stop. Can't take any breaks. So let's get this done. All right, guys. As you can see, it's off the jack stands. We're ready to fire. Look for any leaks. Radiator fluid's all in there. Hose is all in there. Right now we're on a bit of a crunch time, so let's see if there's any leaks. Go for it. We're good. The fan is spinning. It's been a little bit too long, huh?
I think we're gonna grab that radiator fluid before we head out all along.
Go for it. God.
Yeah, that clutch cable's too damn far.
God, she sounds fucking good. Okay. Okay. Well, it rolled from its grave. Started smoking a little bit, but I think that's just normal because we haven't ran it for this long in a row. We also haven't belched the cooling system. Okay, let's make it work. I'm stuck. Out of all the problems I could have today, I'm gonna have problems with a fucking seatbelt. Bro.
It's a Ford. This happens to like everybody in all my cars. Hey.
All right, let's go. Attempt number 2.
Like those are the brakes.
Yeah, the rust needs knocked off of them. They're fine.
hours, so we're gonna drive it a little bit and see what happens. Oh shit.
What?
Temperature on it jumped.
Oh fuck. Pull over, pull over.
Get out and check it. How's the hose feel? No leaks?
No leaks. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off.
What?
Leak at the radiator, right here.
How bad?
It's not bad. Yeah. Honestly, the least of our problems. So we have a slight coolant leak right here. I just don't think the clamp got tightened enough. So I think we're fine, but I think we might end up replacing this hose actually. So I mean, it feels good. Temp jumped up a little bit, but I don't think we'll be here for long. I think it's a simple problem that won't take too long to fix. So we'll get back at you whenever we get back on the road. Thank you for sticking through all of this between me, him, and Matt, working on this car. I know you haven't seen many of our cars. We've just been so busy because we have this Ford Nationals event. It's not perfect, but it's ours. As he's working on that and letting it cool down, we'll get back at you whenever we hit the road again. I think we might swap out that hose, I'm not sure, but thank you so much for sticking around. We have a TikTok, Limitless Motorsports. We have an Instagram, Limitless Motorsports Garage. And we have a Facebook, Limitless Motorsports Garage. And our YouTube is Limitless Motorsports Garage. So, with that being said, go follow us on all of this shit. Whenever we get back from the Ford Nationals, I got a surprise for y'all. We're going to be working on the Shorty. If you don't know, I have a 1990 Volvo 240. We're going to be working on it. We're going to be wrenching on it. More content to come. A lot of interesting content to come. Share this around. And thank you guys for staying loyal. Alright, here we are. We're driving it after letting it cool down. We should drive it around that neighborhood that we did with the Banks thing.
Wow, so we can sit in the...
Huh?
I don't want to sit in that neighborhood for 15 minutes letting this cool down. Everybody's going to be giving us dirty ass looks because we got no hood and we got no trunk on.
Ah, who gives a shit? We're doing our own thing.
Cooling's coming up to normal temps. That's what it did earlier. It was like at the sea, and then it went whoop. We had an appointment to get the window regulator fixed today because of this little cooling issue, and we were very unsure. I mean, we could probably have taken it, but we're very unsure that could have gotten fixed. So we're gonna be leaving town late as shit on Thursday next week.
We'll see if we can take it long distance. We just got to see how the car is. We're going to do some testing from here throughout the day, so I'll try to record whatever testing we do. We're going to try to edit some footage, just grab some food, and just fucking chill for like the first time in 3 months.
Yeah.
So, and that goes for all three of us, Matt included. So
yeah. Not joking. Like you can ask Matt. I mean, both of us were down here till like 11:30, where I think he left a little early, but I was down here till 11:30 numerous nights when I had to go to work the next morning. So,
at 5:30.
Yeah, I have to leave the house at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, I mean, I'm getting no sleep, and it's paying off. I mean, there's some, like the transmission thing. Oh my God, I can't tell you how stressed that made me. Fucking minute.
Give me a little B-roll action.
Like it's sweep up and pick up tools. The fun part.
So this is an update video we have to bring to you with a heavy heart that we are not taking the Mustang on the trip. It's still having running issues. It's still missing like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. We have pretty much run through every fucking test there is. When I get back, we'll take more time and kind of slowly go through them. But I've tested the ECT, it's fine. The ACT, it's fine. Brand new idle air control, that should be fine. We found out that the throttle screw was loose and it was wanting to thread down all the way. So I fixed that. We reset the computer. TPS voltage should be fine. I checked the range on it because you're supposed to check the whole range. So like all the sensors on the top end pretty much are good. The only ones that I don't really know, the mass airflow. I think I tested it and it seemed like it was fine. It could still be bad. When I went to go clean the little wires, I took it out. I took it completely out of the housing. One of the back of the wires was a little bit dirty looking, and no matter how much I sprayed on it, it didn't want to clean up. But we've swapped mass airflows and cleaned both of them, and it still had the same problem. So when I ran the codes last night, I forget what it was running. I think it said the ECT was low. I've checked, but again, I've checked the voltage and resistance on it, and other than what's coming out, I don't know. It could be a ground issue. Very well could. But we're beat. We're beat. I just want to get on this road, and because I mean, every time we touch something, it seems like it's not really doing anything. So we will still bring you some content. We're going to be at the show, and we're still going to be, looking at the cars and everything. But yeah, no Mustang content for right now. So we'll fuck with it when we get back. There's only one problem I'm wondering. Because on 3 of the plugs, now it could be a spark issue. It could be not delivering spark at the right time. To my understanding, the one module, it either dies or it works. So I don't think that's the problem. To them, and then it says there's a problem, and it was saying 1, 5, and 7 had problems, and I think those were the plugs that kept like seeming like they were getting browned. So I don't know, but it looks like a bit of an oily residue on the ceramic or the porcelain or whatever. It's possible it could be oil blow by, but that's why we got to do a compression test. If the compression test is good, then it's the computer at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's run good at points. It just ran.
I'm trying to find this one. Yeah, I think this is the one that looks all rough. Try to get in better lighting. This was the plug off of 1. It's pretty bad. It smells like a burnt oil. It's not looking too good. If you want to smell it, you can go ahead.
The thing is I feel like if it's burnt oil, this would just scrape off, but it doesn't.
And then I also said that it might have been charred, because that's what it looks like.
Not
that white stuff, but
well, I was gonna say, because that kind of makes me think it's like some sort of like it's getting too hot. And the thing is, so we put platinum plugs in it, and I've read off and on, I've heard people say, oh, I have good luck with platinum plugs, and then I've read people say absolutely do not put them in these cars. So we put in 3 regular plugs. It seemed to run on those cylinders, but I just don't have time to keep switching and swapping. And
we didn't make it. We were this close, but still, yeah.
We worked hard. I'm not depressed. I mean, it sucks. Really wanted to drive the car as ugly as it looks, but I mean, we don't even have the car packed and ready. So, it is what it is.
So, yeah. I'll try to get some content. Remember to check out all of our platforms, especially Facebook and TikTok, since that's about what we can do on the fly. YouTube is kind of be one of those weekly things. I'll try to get as much content as I can. We'll throw it out there. We'll have fun with this. Stay tuned, guys, for a lot of stuff on TikTok and Facebook especially. So we'll catch you guys later. Remember, stay limitless, and yeah.